This is just to let people know who think concrete is the solution to everything, because then they don't have to mow the grass and they don't have to take care of the plants, and the plants don't look tidy and everything. This is why we're having atmospheric rivers in California. This is the reason. See this? This water is sitting here. There's nothing, no trees or anything here to soak up the water. If the water would get in the ground, I have these trees here. Their roots would soak up this water. There'd be nothing here. I have these bushes here. They're not that big, but they would soak up this water. There's a little grass that's broken through the concrete, and that's the only thing soaking up this water. Like this right here, I could cut that, and I think I will now, because we're not going to have rain for another week. So I think I can cut this grass, because I was leaving it so that I wouldn't have this thing full of water and nothing to soak it up. That was my whole intent. I was like, I don't want this to get full of water, and I don't have anything to get rid of the water. I do have this growing in here. This is a vine, passion fruit vine. This is not the normal one you grow. This is a very tropical kind of passion fruit. You see how big the leaves are. And it's soaking up water in here. And then this is a tropical plant here, peace lily. Thank God it grew this year, and it's really spreading out and soaking up water. So I was really trying to get things in here to soak up water. Oddly enough, I've been throwing my potatoes, my old potatoes when they sprout from the house. Never got one before. This is my first potato, and it is a Yukon Gold, or a yellow potato from the grocery store. And it's growing because of all the water. You can look down in there. See, it's coming out of that potato right there. And the potato's only covered by this grass. So when I clip the grass, I'll keep it covering the potato there. But I'm going to try to make sure I don't cover the potato plant, because I only got one. I got a ton of potatoes down there, trying to get food in a space that I don't normally get a lot of food. This passion fruit will give me food, but I have to have 2 passion fruit. And this passion fruit, as you can see, has taken over, and it won't allow any other passion fruit to grow. I've planted plenty of other passion fruit, and this passion fruit just takes up all the space. And see, it's up there. Those are the buds. I'll sometimes think they're going to fruit, but when I turn around, it'll just be the flowers. Yeah. So that's how that's going. And yeah. And I'll show you, I'm going to show you, this has got standing water because of the concrete. This is why we have atmospheric rivers. It's because we have concrete everywhere. We think concrete is neat. We think it's the solution to everything. It stops plants from being able to grow through. So we have all this concrete water that I gotta deal with. Thank goodness I have these little pots, or it would be worse. You see how the water is in that pot? This pot has drainage holes. But so what? You know, and I keep trying to put some more drainage holes, but everybody seems to be growing okay, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now I'm going to show you that the land that's peeking through, the plants have soaked up the water. Okay, you do have to grow some plants. You see here? And by now you've seen the footage of how much water was over here. It was more over here than over where the water is puddling. I actually had dug a 1-foot trench here, and it was 1 foot of water. It's gone because the plants have soaked it up. So anybody who acts like atmospheric rivers just happen and it's just because we have so much rain, it's not that much rain. This is what the rain would look like if we didn't have all that concrete. It's atmospheric rivers are a byproduct of concrete. And I have the video footage to prove it. See my grass here growing? This is California native grass. It's not a grass you can use for a lawn. It's only going to come when there's water. I guess if you watered it, it would grow, but I don't water this grass. It comes during the rainy season, and it dies after rainy season is over. So we got the little bunches there from all this rain. It's not taking over here. I got my little papaya. I bought a papaya from Baker's Creek because I wanted smaller ones than they sell me in the store. The ones in the store are too big. It's hard to get fruit from when they're that big. And this is growing just fine. That dark green leaf you see with it, that's a potato. I'm pretty sure that's a potato. Yeah. Must have had a potato over here, and that potato found a way to grow in life. The papaya, it's a Hawaiian red papaya, and I thought it would get tall like my Mexican papayas, but it's pretty old, and it's only 1 foot tall, so I know it'll get taller than that. But yeah, it's taken a while to get itself established. So I'll throw some seeds out for my Mexican papaya. They take 2 years to germinate with me doing nothing to them, which is exactly what I do. And when they come up, I have food. Yeah. So, that's how I do it. Yeah. So, let me show you again. There is no flooding except for where there's concrete. Get to the concrete. It's not that the ground is unlevel. It's that the water has nowhere to go and there's nothing to soak it up. Either an animal has to come here and drink it, the sun has to dry it up, or the tree roots. That's what this is supposed to do. It's supposed to feed the tree roots. It just stopped raining a few hours ago. But as you can see, where there are plants, and I let them get some size on them, as much size as they could get, they've soaked all this up. And so my house is not in jeopardy. If it was not for these trees, these houses will fall. Like this plant, it was in that pot, and it fell on the ground. So I just moved it over here where there's a tree root, because it'll continue to flower and it can live its life over here with the rest of my amaryllis that I just got for spring flowers. So yeah. So now everybody, if this video goes viral, you'll understand. It's not atmospheric rivers. It's concrete. Pull up some concrete and plant some trees. In my small garden, the trees took this water in. You see how lush their leaves are? The grass underneath over here, I've never had this much grass before. This is California native grass, and it's just spreading out. It's not killing anything, as you can see. Anything that wants to grow through it is growing just fine. It's not something that has a whole bunch of ground coverage. You can see there. That's probably just getting started. It's not ground coverage. But if we want to survive on this world, we're going to have to get rid of the concrete and bring back the trees. It's crap term, atmospheric river. There ain't no atmosphere to this. This is concrete-inspired rivers. That's what they are. See? Concrete. Something that doesn't allow the water to get to the trees. God bless you.